start with, do you have any preference? Otherwise, I want to start with straight away between routings and work center. Like PP overview, how long it will take? Because
hey, Savan, let's skip the first two part, my business suits and navigation, okay? And then you go through your normal PP training, and then you'll see a couple of classes and see. Then we discuss Gamba, and then we decide where you want to get it to. Okay, sure.
Okay. So you don't require this my business suite. What is SAP? SAP navigation and what is PP module? You don't require this, right? Correct?
No, the PP overview you can get started. Yeah.
But the other two not required, right? Correct?
No, we don't need that.
Okay. So PP overview will give. Both of you, if I remember the demo class, both of you are already working on SAP, right? Correct?
Yes. That's right.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, PP module basically broadly divided into two. Please mute. Ram, you also please mute. My voice is okay. Yeah. So basically, PP module is divided into two subcategories. Okay, subcategories. One is planning, and the next one is execution. Okay, execution. Okay. So in the planning, we will be doing the what do you call both entire planning required for production execution. Ram, still some voice is echoing. My voice is echoing. Use headphones, Ram. Still my voice is echoing to me. Okay. So in the planning, what we will be learning is how to do the semi-finished your finished product planning, like your SOP. Okay. In the SOP, first you will plan your finished product planning. Okay. The products which you are going to sell outside. Once that is done with MRP, you will be doing your incoming material, that components planning, that you will do it in the MRP. So these are the two, SOP and MRP. Of course, in between you will have demand management. So these are the ones we will be learning in the planning. Okay. So this is called production planning. Not sure, Ram, my voice is echoing. Just mute something or do something.
Okay, all this time I am muted, so now again I unmuted, so I'm not sure. Because all this time when you're talking, my phone was muted.
Try to use headphones or something. My voice is echoing to me.
Okay, let me try that.
Okay, now in the execution part, we will be learning discrete manufacturing. Okay, repetitive, and then we will be discussing process industries. So these are the three industries we will be covering in the execution. Execution is nothing but you are going to do manufacturing. Okay. So the reason behind implementing production planning module is okay, this is the okay. So SAP PP module helps to manage the full range of manufacturing activities from planning to execution and analysis in a single end-to-end system. Ram, please mute, a lot of noise is coming. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so basically with production planning module, you will be doing the planning to execution activities. Okay, and it helps, SAP PP module helps to record, monitor and track all the activities of manufacturing and production process of a company. Okay, here using the PP module, you record all your manufacturing activities in the system, and you can monitor it and you can track all the activities of manufacturing and production. Okay, so basically this PP module acts as a critical link between sales, production and procurement. Okay, it acts as a link basically. Okay, and as usual, this PP module is fully integrated with other modules like SD, MM, QM, FSU, PM. This we will be learning anyhow in the end, how the integration happens between PP and all the other modules of SAP. Okay, so this is basically a PP overview. Okay, now this is the overall overview of PP module. Okay, so basically top one is the planning. Top one is a planning. This I explained it during demo. Anyhow, this is the top one is planning. Okay, and the down one will be the execution part. Okay, so you do material forecasting in SOP, sales and operations planning. Okay, and your customer orders, real customer orders comes from SD module. Both you will feed it into demand management program. Okay, demand management, and then you run MRP. Wherever there is a shortages, you will get planned order. Okay, this is for your in-house production materials, and wherever raw materials, packing material, externally procured, it will be creating purchase requisitions. And this using this purchase requisition, the purchasing activity will happen. This is a separate process. This will be taken care by materials management. Now we will be concentrating on this part, production execution. So basically you have two sub-components. One is planning, top one, another one is production execution. This is the overall overview of PP module. Okay. Now the next one is, so this is the overview. Okay. Now you know the org structure, or you want me to explain org structure? You know this part, these terminologies, right? Client, company code, plant, storage location. You know all these things, or you want me to explain?
Irango, do you need that? Only thing is storage locations are always tied to the plant, right?
Yes, correct. So you need this, or you want me to explain what are all these things?
Not I mean, Irango, do you need it?
No. From production planning point of view, is there anything?
Is there any difference? Okay, quickly you can.
Yeah. No, is there any configuration or anything you have on this?
No. Okay. From PP perspective, this is the box structure, and as a PP consultant, you will not be creating all these things. It will be created by MM person only.
The reason why we are asking is like plant maintenance. We have something called planning maintenance plan.
But here PP you don't have anything like that. You will be using C. Okay. And these you will not be creating in the system. MM consultant will create. But only thing you need to understand is all the PP activities will happen at plant level. All your PP activities, like your creation of master data. Okay. Configuration data, and then what you call your transactional data. All these normally will happen at plant level. So for us, plant is the main thing. From PP perspective, from production planning module perspective, plant is the main organizational object. All will happen at plant. Okay. Anyhow, you in other modules you might have learned these things. So I will not be. So we will directly be not. So take comfortable about or you would material master.
In general, computer audio and try also. Okay, anyway, continue.
No, I'm waiting for him.
He's doing something. Maybe we lost his audio.
Yeah, no. I just muted Ram. Yeah. Okay. So now are you able to see my screen, Ram?
Yes, we can see.
Yeah. Okay. Now we'll start with material master bus. Okay. So in the material master, we will be covering what is material master, what is material master, what is material type, what are the different material types you have. Okay. We will see how to create, change, display material master. We will understand those things, and we'll see material master organizational levels. Okay. Then we'll see how to extend the material master. Okay. Then we'll see units of measure in material master, how the units of measures are used. Then what is material status in material master, we'll understand that. Then what are the entry aids in material master maintenance, we will see cover that also. Then how to view changes made to material master, we will understand that also. Then we'll see views relevant for PP module, production planning module, that we will understand. And then we'll see material master reports. So these are the ones we will be covering in the material master. Okay. So you might be knowing what is a material. Okay. A material can be anything. It can be a substance, or it can be a commodity, or it can be an object, which is anything that is bought or sold on a commercial basis, or is used, consumed, or created in production. Okay. Sometimes a material can also be a service. So a material can be anything. It can be a raw material, packing material, stationery, plant maintenance related service items, engineering items, nut, bolt, anything, everything can be a material in the system. Okay. So now what is material master record? Material master record contains all the data required to manage a material. So it contains all the data required to manage a particular material. Okay. So this data is sorted according to various criteria. We'll see that. So this material master will contain data about the particular material. That is material master. Okay. So this is the one we discussed. So material master contains information on all the materials that the company procures, produces, and sells. Again, Ram,
Okay.
mute that, sir, Ram. You mute that, sir. You just mute that, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, for a company, the material master record represents the central source of data on all the materials. Okay. So in the material master, every area of responsibility can have a material master view, because different user department in a company work with the same material. And Ram, please mute. Again, it's some noise.
It's automatically connecting again. I don't know why. I'm muting.
Yeah. Okay. And each of these departments will store different information on the material. So what you need to understand is, this particular material in the organization will be used by different departments. So each department will have their own view, okay, and they, in that particular view, they will maintain their data. So each department has its own material master record. That's what will happen. I'll show you that in the system. Okay. So this is the one. So this is the material master record. So every department will have their own data. Purchasing department will have their data. They will maintain their data in purchasing view. Sales people will maintain their data in sales views. Okay. Production people will maintain their data in work scheduling view. Quality control department will maintain their data in QA view. Okay. Forecasting department or planning department will maintain forecasting. Costing department, finance department will maintain their data in costing view. Warehouse people will maintain their data in warehouse view. So planning, MRP, they will maintain in MRP. Accounting department will maintain their data in accounting. Like this, different departments in the organization, they maintain their data in their respective views in the material master. That is what they will be doing. Okay. Of course, basic data will be common for all. So this is the views in the material master. Okay. So now, before getting into creation of material master, we should know what is material type. You people know what is material type, or you want me to explain? Ram and Elaine?
No, no,
Yeah.
in a little bit, yeah. But
Uh,
be specific what material types you will be using for PP.
so normally for PP, we will be using raw material, raw material. Just for PP, we will be using normally raw material, semi-finished product, finished product. These things we'll be using. Normally in your PM, you might be using this one, right? Operating supplies, correct? Normally.
No, the other one.
Which one? Dyna.
Spare parts. Yeah. What is that?
Spare.
Yeah.
Ursa, right? Ursa.
Yeah. RSA. Yeah.
So Ursa is a material type. This Ursa is a material type. Like this, in the PP, you will have these material types. Okay, but that is okay. But you know what is a material type, or you want me to explain? That's what my question.
No, no, we know it.
Huh? You know it. You know it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Then that's okay. So material type, basically what happens is materials with same attributes are grouped together and assigned to a material type. Materials with same basic attributes having similar in nature, they will group and they will assign to a material type. So while creating a material master, material type is mandatory. Without material type, you cannot create the material master. Okay, so normally the material types are raw materials, packing materials, semi-finished products, and finished products. These are some of the material types which we'll be using in PP module. Okay. So now, so basically, what material type will control? Material type will control number assignment. Whether metal master is having external or internal numbering. Procurement type, whether it is internal production or whether it is external production, external procurement. Those things it will control. User departments it will control. That means based on the material type, you will maintain some views. Okay, you will not be maintaining all the views. Let's say finished product. Let's say you have a finished product. Okay, finished material type. So for that, purchasing view is not required because it's a finished product. You are not going to purchase it. So purchasing view is not required. So based on the material type, you will decide which views to be maintained. Okay, and of course field selection. In the material master, which field is mandatory, which field is optional, which field is you can hide. So that field selection can be done by based on the material type level. Okay, and then your account determination. This is for finance data, controlling data. Okay, so basically material type will control all these activities, all these things. Okay, so different material types you might be knowing ARSA operating supplies, but apart from this PP we will be using mostly these things. Okay, we'll be using these things. So now, so how the metal master is maintained? So metal master will be maintained like you have initial level, and then you will have main working level, and then the additional data level. Okay, so first on the initial screen you enter the material and all, then you go for main views where you maintain all the respective data. Okay, and apart from this you will have some additional data can be maintained at additional data level. So this is how you maintain the data. So let's start creating in the system. Okay, so the transaction codes you might be knowing. Creation is MM01. Create. Okay, now change is MM02. Change, and the display is MM03. Display is MM03. Okay, so now let's start creating the data in the system. What is the password he told? I forgot. Just give me 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. Okay. Okay, not a problem. Hope you are able to see my screen. Okay. I'll log in with a different one. Okay. Okay. So we will start creating a material master. So I'm going to MM01, create material. Okay. So select your industry sector. I'm selecting an industry sector called beverages. Beverages I'm selecting. Material type I will select. Material type I will select as uh, finished product. So here you see material type is mandatory. If I am not entering the material type, the moment I enter, it throws the error. Enter a material type. So to create a material type is mandatory. So I'll create a finished product here. Okay, I'm creating a finished product. Now here I will be selecting my views. Okay, so these views I am maintaining. These views I am maintaining. Okay, these views I am maintaining. These views I am maintaining. Okay, so what I will do, I'll select the views. Click on the button, select views. Okay, continue. Okay, you will be getting this screen. Now we are at the we are at the, just 1 minute, let me close this. We are at here. We are at the main working level. Working level views we are selecting. We already entered initial level. Now we are at the main working level. Main working level. Okay, so here I am selecting the views. Basic data 1, 2, I'm selecting. Okay, I'm selecting MRP 1, 2, 3, 4. As of now, I'm not selecting sales views. We'll extend the sales views later. Okay, now MRP 1, 2, 3, 4 I selected. General plan data 1, 2 I selected. Work scheduling view I selected. Quality management view I selected. Okay, accounting 1, 2, costing 1 and 2. So these are the views for which I want to maintain data. Okay, now once that is done, click on the button organizational levels. It will ask you for the plant. So as I said earlier, all in our PP module, all our data is, most of the data is maintained at plant level. So for us, plant is the main thing. Plant is the main thing. Okay, plant is the main thing. So I'll enter the plant. Throughout my training, I will be using plant 1000. I will be using plant 1000. Okay, so I enter the plant 1000 here. Okay, if you don't know the plant, you can select from the list here. You can select from the list here. Okay, but I will be using plant 1000. As of now, don't enter any storage location. Enter the plant. Just click on MRP profile. We'll discuss later. In a minute, we'll discuss. Okay, enter the plant. Click on this button. Continue. Now you will be on this screen. Okay, so I will be in my training. I will be creating a beverage scenario. Beverage scenario. So I'll create a product called Pepsi. Just 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. What products we have already? Just 1 minute. Okay, not a problem. Yeah, we will create Pepsi. Okay, Pepsi bottle 1 liter. This I am creating. This is a finished product I am creating. It is a finished product. Okay, 1 liter Pepsi bottle. Okay, unit of measure, piece I am using. Okay, I am not entering any other data. Basic data 2 I am having. Enter. Okay, now we are on the MRP 1 view. Okay, so here I will enter MRP type, PD. I am entering as of now PD, normal MRP. We will discuss what is this MRP type. If you maintain PD, what will happen? If you maintain PP, what will happen? We'll discuss later. I will tell you what views are important. MRP controller, lot size, enter, scheduling margin key. It is in-house production material. Okay, finished product. So I will maintain procurement type as E, in-house production. Okay, you can maintain in-house production time. Let's say I'll maintain 2 days. That means to produce this product, it takes 2 days. Okay, the data I am maintaining only the mandatory data. Okay, now availability check I am maintaining. Enter. Okay, MRP 4 view, nothing is mandatory. Just enter. Okay, now I want to use this material. I want to maintain this product in batches. So I'm activating batch management. Ram, you know what is batch? Or you want me to explain what is batch? Ram.
Go ahead and say, because I may be under, better explain. Yeah. And
Batch means, let's say you go to medical shop, you go to a pharmacy. When you go to a pharmacy, when you buy some purchasing tablets or capsules, you will see on that, you see batch number, manufacturing and expiry, correct? correct?
Yeah. Yes,
Oh,
yes,
so,
yeah.
so that means
For batch. Okay.
yeah, so that means what happens is you have a same product. Let's say product is X. Today I manufacture, let's say 100 kg today entire day. That I want to identify with a separate number. That you will give a batch number. Tomorrow same product I manufacture 50 kg. Now product is same, but the quantities are manufactured on different days. How you will identify them? So for that, what you will assign? You will assign some batch numbers to them. Okay.
Yes,
For this,
same day also. Sorry, it's echoing, but the same day also, let's say I want to separate it out 50-50.
yes.
Yeah.
You can do that. Yes, you can. I'm just giving you an example. Okay.
Okay.
So that is what called batch. So partial quantity of the same material, which is maintained differently, maintained separately from other partial quantities of the same material. So those are called batches. Okay. So now for this material, I want to maintain them in batches. So I'm activating this indicator, batch management. Okay. Anyhow, we will discuss batch management in detail in our course when we go to in the end batch management. That time we'll discuss in later. Don't worry. I have just given you just overview here. Enter. Now I am on the plant data storage one view. Here nothing is mandatory. Enter. Now I am on the quality management view. Enter. Here quality people will enter their data. Accounting. Now I am on the accounting. Here you maintain the valuation class. Okay. Here I will maintain the price, standard price. Okay. I'll maintain some price. Let's say I'll maintain 5 euros. Okay. Okay. I'll maintain this. Now go to accounting 2 view. Okay. Go to costing 1, costing 2. All data maintained. Now finally you will save the material. Okay. So your finished product is created. Here what you need to understand is system only assigning the number. If you go to change mode, just 1 minute. System only has assigned the number. Okay, if you go here, system only has assigned the number. Okay, this is the number. So every material will be identified with a unique number. So system only has assigned the number here. Okay, system only has assigned the number here. This is a number. So every metal will have a unique code that is called material number. Now we have two options. Either you can go for internal numbering. Okay, internal numbering. Either you can go for internal numbering. Okay, or you can go for external numbering. Internal numbering means system only will assign the number. Okay, see here what you need to understand is if it is internal numbering means system will assign a number. So what you will do here, you will assign you will give a range like this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 2 like this. You will give 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. You will give a number range like this in the configuration. Based on this, system will assign the number in a consecutive manner. That is one internal numbering. System will assign the number. Okay. Now one other option you have is external numbering. External numbering means user will assign the number. Okay, while creating it, where you will give it on the initial screen. When we are creating it, MM01, here you only will give, like let's say you give RAM FG, you will give like this. That is what called external numbering. Means we will be assigning the number. Okay, so normally, but most of the industries they go for normally internal numbering, and this range will be maintained by MM people. We will not be maintaining as a PP consultant. We will not be maintaining. They will be maintaining in their configuration. Okay, so but as a PP consultant, you should know whether we are going for internal numbering or external numbering. Okay, so that's what the numbering part. Okay, so now material numbering we discussed already. What is external numbering? What is internal numbering? Okay, Now the next one is material master organizational levels. So in the material master, some data is maintained at total company, which is called client level. Some data is maintained at entire client level. Okay. And some data like your purchasing data, MRP data, forecasting data, work scheduling data is maintained at plant level. And some data is maintained at storage location level. Within the same plant, for different storage location, you can maintain some different data. Okay, so now at the client level, normal data what you maintain, material short text, material group, base and alternate unit of measure, all these are maintained at client level. Okay, client level. Okay, so if you see, now we have the material, I'm just going back. Now enter the material. Now if I select basic data 1 and 2, if I click on continue, what's happening? Is system is asking for the plant? No, system is not asking for the plant. It is directly going into the view. Why? Because this data, whatever you maintain in basic data 1 and 2, it will be applicable for all the plants where this material is used. That is why it is called client level, whole company. But the moment I go to, if I go to MRP1 view, the moment I go to MRP1 view, what's happening? System is asking you to enter the plant. So if I enter the plant 1000, then only you will be going inside. That means that whatever the data you maintain here in these MRP1 views, this will be applicable only for this plant 1000, not for other plants. That means this data is maintained at plant level. You need to understand that. Okay. Of course, there is some data at storage location level that I will show you later when we extend the material to storage location. Okay. So this is what called material master organizational levels. Some data at client level, especially basic data 1 and 2, whole company client level. Some data at plant level. Okay, your purchasing, MRP, sales, work scheduling, all those. Some data will be at storage location level. Okay. Now the next one, extending the material master. Suppose let's say here what we created Pepsi 1 liter bottle. Let's say you are working for a Pepsi company. Okay. Now let's say Pepsi, they have a plant in Chicago. Let's take they have a plant in Chicago. Okay. Now they decided to start a new plant in Dallas. Okay. Product is same. Pepsi 1 liter bottle, product is same. Now they are going to manufacture the same product in a Dallas plant. Let's say Chicago plant, let's consider as 1000. Now they want to manufacture the same product in 1100 plant, Dallas. Product is same. You will not be able to create a new product, new code. So what you do, you take the same product, you will extend this to the new plant, which is called extending the material. Already you have the material that you will be extending to other organizational objects. Okay, like to different plants, okay, different storage locations. So those things you will extend. Now how to do this extension? Okay, so let's see that. So what you need to do, now you know the code, go back. Okay, now again go to MM01. Okay, same thing. Now what you need to do is you enter the material code here, copy from, you enter the metal code. Now you know the metal code also. Again you enter here metal code. So both places you need to enter. Okay. Now click on select views. Select the views. Okay. Select the views. Okay. I selected the views. Okay. Now click on org levels. Okay. Now here you will be getting another screen. Copy from. So now I want to extend it to 1100 plant to from my 1000 plant. This is what called your extension. Okay. Now click on continue. See, all the data is copying now to new plant 1100. So wherever while extending, you can change the data. Let's say in this new plant, it takes to manufacture this product, let's say 5 days. So I'm maintaining it as 5 days. In the previous plant, 1000 it is 2 days. 1000 manufacturing time is 2 days. Okay. But here it will be 5 days. Why? Because it is plant level data. So like this, you will enter the data. Now I am extending the views. Wherever you want to change the data, overwrite the data, you can do that. Done. Save it. This is what called extend. Now your same product is at two plants. If you go here, if you select MRP 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say, if you go to plant here, see, now it is maintained at two plants, plant 1000 and plant 1100. Okay, so this is how you extend the material master to different organizational object. Okay, so now unit of measure. Now, what is?
Yes, if I want to extend, like say 10 materials at the same time.
You have to do one by one only. You have to do one by one only.
So
you have to do one by one only. There is no method of extending it by this thing. Okay, or you can use some LSMW or something. You need to do.
okay.
Okay, yeah. So now let's discuss on the unit of measure. Okay, so what is unit of measure basically? Okay, unit of measure we'll discuss. So basically there are two units of measure. One is base unit of measure, another one is alternate unit of measure. Okay, so base unit of measure is the unit of measure in which the stocks of a materials are managed normally. Okay, now alternate unit of measure means all units of measure other than the base unit of measure are referred as alternate unit of measure. Okay, I'll give you an example. Okay, let's say you are manufacturing a product in pieces. This is the base unit of measure. Okay, but while selling while issuing the product to the customer, what you are doing, you are issuing in cartons. This carton will contain 4 pieces. So your carton will become alternate unit of measure. The conversion factor is 4 here. Let's say customer when he is ordering, he is ordering in crates. So in each crate will contain 16 pieces. So crate will become, these are all will become alternate unit of measures. Sometimes this is very important from PP. Why? Because even though base unit of measure is PC, while doing the production, we will pack them in cartons. So requirement will comes in carton.
So for one material master, you can have multiple alternate unit of measure at the same time?
Yes, you can have. I'll show you that. Yes, you can have.
Okay.
So how to maintain this? So this you will maintain in the material master. So you go here. Let me cancel everything. Okay. Select any view. Select any view. Okay. Go to plant 1000. Here on top there is a button additional data. See, there is additional data. As of now, what is our base unit of measure? It is pieces. Simply pieces. Now click on this additional data view. Go to units of measure tab. Here you will maintain. Okay. So I want to maintain carton. So CAR. You can select from here. You can select from the list here. But I am directly entering carton. 1 carton is equal to 4 pieces. This is the conversion factor. This is how you maintain. Let's say I want to maintain one more pallet. One pallet, how much here? 72. You can maintain that here. Like this, you can maintain alternate unit of measure and then their conversion factor. Okay, now this conversion will happen when you create a production order in the production execution system. That time we will understand how system will do the conversion factor. Okay, this is how you maintain the alternate unit of measures and their conversion factors.
Question. Hello?
Yeah, please continue. Continue with your question,
yes,
please.
Yes. So let's say if I want to order this material from a vendor and I add this material in the purchase order. So now if I want to order 4 pieces in the purchase order unit of measure, will I enter?
Carton. You can enter carton. You can enter directly carton instead of yes, correct.
Okay.
That is the use of ultimately alternate unit of measure.
Okay. So once you maintain that, you have the option of either entering pieces or carton, and then it will automatically convert the price.
No. See, what happens is, now let's say instead of entering pieces, what you will do, you enter their carton. Let's say you enter as 10 carton. Automatically system will do the conversion and it will show it as 40 pieces. That's what system based on the it will calculate the quantity, sir. That's all.
Oh, okay. So it will basically convert from carton to pieces, or is it both ways, from pieces to carton too?
No, normal. See, already in pieces. Why you want again when you enter pieces? What conversion it will do? That time it will not do any conversion. If you maintain alternate unit of measure, if you enter alternate unit of measure, then based on this it will do the conversion.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So that is how the alternate unit of measures are used. Anyhow, I'm not saving this. I'm coming back. Now, sometimes what happens is alternate unit of measures groups will be used. Now, let's say it is very difficult for each and every material going here, maintaining here like this is a very time consuming activity. For each and every material maintaining this alternate unit of measure. So for that, what you can do, you can use units of measure group. Units of measure group. So what you will do, you will create a units of measure group that you will assign it here. So let's say I'll go back. I'll not save this first. I'm coming out of it. Okay, again I'm going inside. Okay, here click on additional data, go to unit of measure. Now instead of maintaining here manually, okay, what you can do, if all your materials are having same unit of measures with same conversion factor, then you can use this units of measure group. If I suppose if I use lamp, if the moment I use this, see what happened? Automatically alternate unit of measures have come and the conversion factors have come. Okay, means if all your products having same alternate unit of measures, same conversion factors, then you can use this. Basically it will save your time, that's all. And this units of measure group and this conversion factors and all will be created by your consultant. You will not be creating in the real time. Okay, if you want to create, you can create in the configuration. In the configuration, you will do all this setup. Okay, this units of measure group is only used to save the time. That's all. Okay, so I'm going back. Okay, I'm not saving this. So this is the alternate units of measure. Okay, so now the next one is your material status. Okay, so what is this material status? Material status allows you to control the usability of material for business purposes. Okay, sometimes after some time you are procuring a material. Sometimes I don't want to procure that material, I want to stop it. But still I want to use the metal which is already there in stock in the production. That kind of state, that kind of controls I want to do. So for that you will be using material status. Okay, the material status tells you whether a metal is subjected to restrictions and what type of restriction it is. Okay, so material status can be restricted in two ways. One is at client level, one is at plant level. Okay, one is at plant level. So client, if you maintain at client level, it will be applicable for all the plants where that metal is used. If you maintain the plant level metal status, it will be applicable only to that particular plant, only to that plant. Okay, so now if you see here, so in the material status field, either you can enter in the basic data one, if it is a client level one, if it's a client level one, and if you want to maintain it at plant level, you maintain in the plant level MRP view, MRP one. I will show you this. So what controls you will be doing? One is purchasing control you can have, BOM maintenance, routing maintenance, planning, execution, plan maintenance, inventory management. All these application controls you can control through using this material status. So here, how again, what type of messages you want to do, whether you want to get error, warning, or only dialog message, you will control through using this material status. Okay, now where you will maintain this basically.
Seven, a quick question. What is no dialog means you will not see anything on the screen, right?
Yes, correct, yes. Okay, so if you go here, first if I go to basic data 1, here you have X-plant material status. This means this is the client level status. If you maintain here some status, whatever is configured here, suppose if you see here, blocked procurement. If you maintain here, this will be applicable for all the plants where this material is used. You cannot procure this material anymore in all the plants where this is used. This is what called client level material status. Suppose let's say I want to control only at plant level. Okay, so go to MRP1 view, here you maintain plant specific material status. Suppose if you maintain here 01, in this plant you cannot procure this material, but you can procure this material in another plant where it is not maintained. So that is you have two types of status. One is client level, another one is plant level. And even this material status also will be created by your consultant. They will create. Normally you will not be creating in the real time. All material master configuration will be done by consultant. Okay, so we will not be doing in the real time. So this is how you control the material status. So suppose if you maintain here purchasing, no purchasing, blocked for procurement, when they are trying to create a purchase order, system will throw the error. System will not allow you to create purchase order. That's how the control you do. Okay, anyhow, I am not maintaining this as of now. Just to, if you know material status, suppose let's say I want to tomorrow stop production of this. Okay, then by using this material status you can control it. Tomorrow your user will come, sir, I have this material in 1000 plant, I don't want to do production anymore, but in 1100 I want to do production. Now how you can control? That time you have to coordinate with your consultant, create a plant specific material status, no production. In the configuration they will block the production indicator here. Production, they will block it, they will make it error. Then in the 1000 plant it will not allow you to create production. But 1100 plant, there it can allow the production order creation. That is how your material status will be used in the real time. Okay, so that is the material status. So now let's move on. Now entry aids for material master. So there are some entry aids given for us in the system to make our life easy. So first one is the settings, second one is a reference material, third one is the profiles, fourth one is collective entry of storage location data, fifth one is the mass maintenance. Now I will show you all these things in the system. Okay, now let's say first we'll start with settings. Now let's say our material is existing in two plants, correct? Or the material which we create Pepsi 1 liter bottle, it is existing in two plants. Now let's say you are working in Dallas plant 1100. You are least bothered about 1000 plant. Let's say you are a planner. Let's say you are a planner in Dallas 1100 plant. Okay. So normally when you are going to the material master, what's happening when you go inside? So what you have to do? Let's say you are a planner. You are only bothered about MRP views 1, 2, 3, 4. You are not bothered about other views. Now every time coming here, selecting this MRP 1, 2, 3, 4 views is a very time consuming activity. So next time when I enter into material master, I want system to select these views automatically. So what you do, you click on this button, select the views, default setting. Click on the default setting. Next time when you go, system automatically select these views. I will continue. I'll enter as of now plant 1000. Go. I went inside. Now when I go next time, what's happening? See, 4 views are got selected automatically. This is called settings. Okay. Now let's say you are working in Dallas plant, 1100 plant. You want to see only that plant data. Okay. Now every time here when you click on this enter, it is asking plant. Now every time here you have to enter 1100 or you have to select from here 1100, which is again time consuming activity. Okay. So I want system to select default 1100. Just click on this default setting. So next time onwards, system will select the MRP4 views automatically and it will select the plant also automatically. So suppose now if I go again, you see what will happen. See, MRP 1, 2, 3, 4 views selected automatically. The moment again I enter, see now the plant 1100 coming by default. This is you do because of settings. Okay, these are all entry aids. Okay, now the next one is reference material. What is reference material? Let's say I am creating materials in my organization. Okay, now every time going into each and every view, maintaining the data is a very time consuming activity. Okay, so when you are creating it, you can create the material by using a previously created material already which is there in the system, which is called reference material. That means you are just copying it. Okay, so I'll create one more material. I will take this material. So I'm creating a new material, MM0. Enter. Now I'll copy from this material, enter the material here. This is called reference material. I'm creating a new material using a previously created material in the system. So I'm entering it. Okay. Now click on select views. Okay. I'm selecting the views. Okay. Now click on arc levels. Now I will create for 1000 plant as of now. I'll copy from 1000 plant, and whatever the data for the reference material there in the 1000 plant, that will get copied to my new plant, new material in the plant 1000. So continue. See, now all the data has come. All the data has come. So now including description. So now I want to create 1.5 liter Pepsi 1.5 liter new finished product I'm creating. Okay, base unit of measure as PC. See, all the data got copied. See, everything got copied. Wherever you want to change the data, you can change the data. Okay, suppose let's say in-house production time, this new product 3 days. So I'm entering 3 days. See how it is, how easy it is to create the product. Done. Created. New product got created. Okay, I'll create one more. Create one more. This is called reference material. Using a material, creating a material using a reference material. Copying basically. That's all. Okay. I'll create one more. I am creating Pepsi 2 liter bottle. Okay. Enter. Enter. Okay. Done. I created one more finished product. Okay. So this is how you can do using reference material. Okay. Now the next one is profiles. MRP profile. Okay. So when you are creating a material, if all your products are having same MRP data, same MRP data, that you can do through MRP profile. MRP profile. Okay. So here in the MRP profile, you can have some fixed values, and then you can have some default values. Okay. So while creating the material, if you assign this MRP profile, if you assign this, all the data which is maintained in it will get copied to your material master in the MRP views. So basically it will save your time. Okay. So I will show you how to create a MRP profile first. So let me go back. Go to logistics, go to production, go to master data, material master. Here you have profile, MRP profile. Okay, MMD1. You create this. Okay, I'll create RAM1. I'm creating RAM1. Okay, enter the profile name, click on the selection screen. Okay, give a name to it, RAM underscore new underscore profile. Okay, you create this. Here you what fields you want to maintain in the MRP 1 to 4 views. So I want to maintain MRP1, MRP type, MRP controller. Okay, then I want to maintain scheduling margin key. These three I want to have fixed. Okay, then I want to have lot size. What else is there? MRP controller we have selected. Lot size, scheduling margin key 1, 2, 3, 4. I want to maintain in-house production time, default value. Okay, so these 4 I maintain this. I'll tell you what is the difference between fixed value and default value. Now once you selected this, you click on the button data screen 1. Okay, so my MRP type has to come as ND. Okay, MRP controller has to come as, let's say my MRP controller has to come as plant 1000, right? Okay, I'll directly enter 001. Okay, scheduling margin key has to come as 0001. Okay, in-house production time to come as 5 days, lot size to come as EX.
Can you explain now the scheduling margin key?
Scheduling margin key will be used in scheduling function. Okay, it's like buffers. It's buffers. Okay, I'll explain you. I'll come to that. Just wait. Okay, so I'll take a screenshot of this. Okay, so when I'm creating the material master, if I assign this MRP profile RAM1, automatically these values will get populated. Okay, now I am saving this. So I used this MRP profile. Now using this MRP profile, I'll create a new material. Okay, so when I'm creating a new material, MM01. Okay, I'm creating a new material. Okay, click on select views. Okay, work scheduling. Okay, accounting 1 and 2, costing 1 and 2. Okay, so these are the ones I'm selecting. Now when I click on organizational levels, plan 2000. Now here if you see, there is MRP profile. If you click on the list, the one which we created, it is available over here. Are you able to see? RAM1, RAM new profile. You select this, you assign this. Now the moment you assign this, okay, I'm creating a new one, Pepsi can 350 ml. Okay, I'm creating a new finished product. Okay, unit of measure piece. Okay, enter. See what happens on the MRP one view. MRP type has come as empty by default. Where is our screenshot? Sorry. If you see here, MRP type has by default has come as empty. And what is your lot size? Lot size has come as EX. MRP controller has come as 00001. And if you observe carefully, these two are grayed out. This MRP type and MRP controller grayed out. You cannot change it. Why? Because you maintain them as fixed values. You cannot change it. But default values where you proposed lot size as default value, it is proposing EX. If you want to change it, you can change it. You can override it. Okay. So now if you enter, see in-house production time has come as 5 days. Are you able to see? It has come as 5 days. We maintain as 5 days. But it can be override. Now let's say we'll maintain it as 2 days. You can change it. But scheduling margin key got defaulted. You cannot change it. That is the difference between fixed values and default. If all your products are having same kind of MRP data, then you can use this MRP profile. Okay. So let me complete the material creation. I'll complete it. Okay, I'll complete it. Standard price, let's say 2. Okay, done. Okay, I'm saving this. So this is how you will be using MRP profile. In the interviews, they will ask this question. Okay, when I'm creating material master, all my products are having same MRP data. How you will make default? What is there any method? Then you can use MRP profile. Okay, as a consultant, you should know the concepts. How to do that, how to configure it. You should know that. So for that, you will be using MRP profile. Okay. So now the next one. Last. Oh, yeah, please continue. Please.
Yes.
Yeah, please.
Okay. So this maintaining that MRP profile, I saw when you went into that SPRO, you went through production planning. Is that
no, it's not SPRO. It is master data only. It is not configuration. Sorry. It is master data only. It is not a configuration.
Okay. But when you went through that path.
No. It is configuration only. You go to logistics.
Okay.
Go to production. Okay. Go to production. Go to master data. Open it. Go to material master. Open it. Go to profile. It is configure. It is master data. It's not configuration.
Okay. What does it lie under production? Because that's under material management, right? So is there another?
It can be present here also. Just 1 minute. Purchasing master data. Not sure in the MM where you will have okay material master. See here also it is present. In the materials management also it is present. It is present at both the places. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, but will there be any difference going through
No,
this?
yeah, both in transaction is MMD1.
Okay.
Okay. Now the next one is collective storage location data. Collective entry of storage location data. So what is this collective entry of storage location data? Let's say you have your material. Okay. It is present in lot of storage locations in your plant. Okay. Now maintaining the data in each and every storage location is a very time consuming activity. Here, go to each and every storage location. Maintaining the data is very time consuming activity. So you can maintain the data, you can extend the material to the storage locations at one shot. That is what called collective entry of storage location data. Okay, how you do that? You do that using MMSC. Go to MMSC transaction. Okay, enter storage locations collectively. Here you enter your material, enter the plant. Okay, select the first option as of now. List all existing storage location. Material is locked by the user. Very good. Just 1 minute. Okay, so enter. Okay, here you will get this screen. Here you will enter all the storage locations to which you want to extend this material. Let's say I'll enter 3 storage locations. 0 to this one. Enter. I entered it. Okay, remaining fields, this bin and MRP is for the WM people, not for us. Okay, so now enter the storage location. That means now you want to maintain this material in all these storage locations. I entered it. Now save it. Okay, now if you see, that material will get extended to 3 storage locations. Okay, if you go to plant 1000. Okay, now if you click on the storage location, see, now it got extended to 3 storage locations. So now which storage location data you want to see? Let's say I want to see L000. Select it, continue. Now that storage location data, wherever you want to see, you can see it. Yeah, this is the storage location data. Okay, so that is how you extend the storage location data to different storage location. Mass.
Is it possible the other way around?
Oh, means
Like,
other way around means?
Like, can you do it for multiple plants at the same time?
Multiple, no, you cannot do for multiple plants at one time. No, you cannot do that. On the MMSC screen, you will have only one plant. There is no multiple selection here.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So now the next one is mass maintenance. Mass maintenance is collective change. Suppose let's say in your organization you have lot of materials. Okay, if I go to our material list, how many materials we created as of now? We created today as of now just 1 minute. I created how many? This many I created. ZMDG, right? ZMDG. Just 1 minute. ZMDG. So today I created this many. Pepsi 1 liter bottle, Pepsi 1.5 liter, Pepsi bottle 2 liter, Pepsi can 350 ml. I created these 4 materials. Now let's say these 4 materials are having different in-house production time as of now. Okay, I'll note down that. Okay, now these are having different in-house production time, correct? I'll note down this. Okay, let me take one by one. Just give me 1 minute. Go to MM03. I'll go to MM03. What is the first one? This is the one. Okay, what is the in-house production time? First material 2 days. Okay, it is 2 days. Now the next one, let's see one by one. Okay, 3 days. 3 days. This is the next one. Okay, it is having 2 days again. Okay, and the next one. It is again 2 days. Okay, Like this, they have different in-house production times. Now your organization decided that let's all these have 4 days as the in-house production time. I want to change for all these ones 4 days. Okay, just give me a moment. Okay, they want to change this to 4 days. They want to change this 4 days. Normally what you will do, you take one by one, go to MM02. What you will do, you go to MM02, MM02, you enter the material, you go to each material and you change it here manually. Instead of that, you can do it mass. You can do it in mass. Okay, for all the 4 meters, I can change it one shot. That is called mass maintenance. Mass maintenance. Mass maintenance. Okay, you do that through MM70. Okay, so let's do that through MM70. MM70. This is the transaction code, mass maintenance materials. Okay, so here what we are changing, in-house production time, it is a plant data, correct? It is a plant data. So select this one, plant data table you select this one, go to fields, go to fields tab. Okay, here you select the field. Which field we are trying to change? We are trying to change in-house production time, correct? Okay, so scroll down, select that field Marcy. It will be present in Marcy. Production time. This is the field. In-house production time. This is the field we are trying to change. Okay, select this. Okay, now click on execute. Click on execute. Okay, you will be getting this screen. So for which materials, in which plant you want to change, you enter that. So let's say I want to change for this four materials, correct? I want to change for these 4 materials. So let me copy it from the other screen. So these four products I want to change. So select this. Okay, copy here, paste it here. Okay, continue. Enter the plant. In plant 1000 I want to change. So now again click on execute. Okay, see now as of now it is showing the current values of this particular products, in-house production time values of this particular product. Okay, now I want to change this to 4, new value 4. Okay, so what you do, you enter here new value 4. You enter new value 4. Now you click on this button, this one. Carry out a mass change. Carry out a mass change. Now you see all materials, the in-house production time will get changed to 4 days. So I'm saving. See, I'm doing the mass change. All changed. Now you save it. We are not open any material, right? Okay. Now I'm saving this. Okay. Now it will do the changes. So your changes have been done. Now let's check whether it has got changed or not. Okay, done. Go back. Now if you go to MM03, we will see one by one. See, it got changed to 4 days. Now next material. 4 days. It got changed. Now next material. 4 days. It got changed. Now last material. Okay, it got changed. 4 days. So this is how you do mass change. It will make your life easy basically. Mass maintenance of materials. Okay. Now the next one, material master change log. This is very important from consultant perspective. Just give me 1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. Okay. Now the next one is material master change log. See, users will be changing the data here and there. Okay. As a consultant, you should know who is changing the data, at what time, what data they changed. Okay. As a consultant, you should know. So it is very important. Okay. So users will be changing the data. Based on that, some issues will be coming up. Then as a consultant, you should be analyzing how they changed the data, who changed it, what is the date and time, why they changed it, why not why. What was the previous data, what was the new data, all those things you can track through Material Master change log. So I'll show you this, how to track that. You can go to display mode or you can go to change mode. take first material. Okay, go to any view, no problem. Take the plant. Now if you go here, environment, on the environment, if you see there is an option called display changes. If you go here, you can see all the changes done to this material. Okay, see, this is the first creation have been done, then we changed it through mass. Okay, if you select and if you go to details, choose, see, this is the field we changed. This was the old value and this was the new value. And it has been changed from this ID. This is the date and this is the time. This is the time. Okay, that you can track it. This is the user ID. This is how you do. Suppose if I make one more change, it will get appear over there. Let's say I will change the scheduling margin key to 001. Now I'm changing it to 001. I'm saving this. Okay. Now again, if you go to change log, that will appear. See, one more got appearing. Now if you want to see the details, select, put the row, cursor on that row, select the row, click on choose button. See, we changed the scheduling margin key field. Old value was 000, new value was 001. It is changed from this ID. This is the date and the time on which this change has been done. Okay. So this is how you can track the change log for all the materials, for each material. This is very important from the consultant perspective, because in the regular day-to-day real time, users will be changing the data. Because of the data, some issues will be coming in your planning or in your production execution. So how you will analyze that? So by using this display changes option. So now the next one will be change log. Now see, as I said earlier, material master is common for all the modules. It's a centralized master data. Material master is not for only for PP. It is for all the modules. Only the next master data which we are going to discuss, bill of material, work center, routing, that is for PP. But material master is common. It is used by all the departments. So now, which are the views relevant for PP? Okay. So these.
Can I ask the question?
Yeah, please.
Before you jump into the PP. So what is the alternative material? We'll be talking it later. If that's the case, you can leave it. You can discuss it.
We will be talking it later. We'll be talking it later. Yeah. Okay. So these are the views important for PP module. One is basic data one view, basic data 1 and 2, classification view. Okay. And then MRP views, MRP 1 to 4 views, and then your work scheduling view. Okay, these are the views important, relevant for PP module. Okay, we are not bothered about other views of material master. Okay, of course, basic data also again for common for all, but exclusively for us, this is classification, MRP views, work scheduling views. Now, when we will be learning all these views, as a PP consultant, you should know important fields in these views, how they will work. If you enter what data, what will happen, how to change it, what data to be entered during which business scenario, all those things we'll be learning. So when they will be learning, suppose let's say classification is there. Classification view we will be learning when we go to batch management classification. That time we'll be discussing how the classification view works, how to maintain the data, all those things we'll be learning. Now coming to the MRP views, we will be learning when we go to the MRP topic. It takes one full week. That time we will be discussing in detail about MRP views, all the 4 views. What is MRP type? What is lot size? What is MRP controller? All those maximum lot size, minimum lot size. If you maintain, what will happen? What is scraps? Okay. In the MRP2, what is in-house production time? When we go to scheduling, we'll learn. So when we go to that particular topic, we will be learning about that particular views and fields. We cannot learn each and every field on a single day during material master. Let's say MRP3 is there. Strategy, consumption mode, consumption periods. This we will be learning when we go to demand management here. Planning strategies. That time we will learn what planning strategies to be entered, how they will work. All those things we'll be learning. Okay. So now work scheduling view we will be learning when we go to production execution. Here, when we go to production execution, that time we will be learning the import of the fields in the work scheduling view. Work scheduling. Okay, what is this under delivery tolerance, over delivery tolerance, what is this lot size dependent production time, all those will be there. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is when we go to that particular topic, those corresponding views and fields will be discussed in detail. That's what we need to understand. Okay, so this is the views important for PP model. Now the last one is material list, the report. What is a material list report? Let's say today I want to see all the all the materials in my plant. Let's say normally the standard in the standard SAP, the transaction used is MM60. Let's say I want to see all my materials in my plant 1000. So you use this transaction, enter the plant 1000 and execute. It will display all the materials in this plant. Okay, see, now it is displaying all the materials in this plant. It's a report. Okay, all materials, all material types. Now let's say I want to see in the plant 1000 only material type FUD, finished products I want to see. Okay, so if you enter plant 1000 and the material type, if you execute, it will display only FUD materials. See, it is displaying only FUD materials. All the finished products in this plant. And from here you can choose the material. You can go to the material main data. Okay, now let's say I want to see all the materials in plant 1000 created from my ID. My ID, let's say QM user. You can enter it. You created by QM user. QM user. I entered it. Now execute. See, it will display only the materials which are created from my ID. These are the ones created. These are the ones created. See, today we created this one. Pepsi bottle 1 liter, 1.5 liter, 2 liter, 350 ml can. You can see the display. Like this, you can have the reports based on the selection criteria you want. Okay. Now you guys know how to create a variant, or you want me to show the variant creation? Ram, you know how to create a variant, Ram?
Yes. But of course, you can protect it and all, but for the advantage of others, it can take a couple of minutes.
Yeah. See, variant creation means, let's say you are coming to this report, let's say MM60. I want to see in my plant 1000, these are the materials created from my ID. Every time I want to enter like this here. Okay, it's again a time consuming activity. So I want to avoid this. When I go to come to this report, I want to have this by default based on certain criteria. So for that, you will be creating a variant. So you enter this, you click on save button, save as variant. Okay. So when you click on that, it will give you this screen. Here you enter the variant name. Let's say RAM underscore PP underscore new. This is the variant name. Okay. Give the description as per your requirement. Now save this. Okay. Next time when you come, suppose let's say log off. I am logging off from the system. Again I am logging in. Okay. I am logging in. Again I am going to MM60. Now nothing is there, blank. So what you can do, if you want to bring those by default, just select this, click on this button, get variant. Okay, here you have two variants. See, the one which you click just now, RAM underscore PP underscore new. If you select this, automatically those will come. See, those have come. Plant has come, ZMDG has come, and QM user has come. Now you execute. Okay, so this is how you can use variants. The ones which you enter frequently, that you can make it default by using variants. And these variants can be used for all the reports, not only for this MM60, all the reports in all the modules where you work, not only for PP also. Okay, so that is the variants. So
one
this
quick
is all
question on variants, but of course, maybe you can answer me later. Let's say created on, you have a date range. For example, in this case, we don't have it, but I want that to be dynamic, means starting date always first of the week or for the last 7 days, let me put it that way. You come tomorrow, it should say only the last 7 days. So it's a dynamic.
can be done, I think. Need to check. Can be done, that also can be done.
Okay.
Can be done. Need to check. Okay, yeah.
I can take you
Sir?
offline now. I know how to do that. I can discuss it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that's all for today. So we'll close it here today. Okay. We covered material master, and coming to the configuration of material master, we have seen only the front end part. Now configuration part, all the configuration of material master will be done by consultants. You will be not be doing in the real time. Okay, it is a responsibility of metal master consultant because it's a centralized one used by all the departments. So consultant will do all the configuration of metal master. So I will not be touching that configuration, but whereas the other ones which we are going to cover in the next classes, bill of material, we will see that configuration. So we will understand front end part and then back end part also. Okay, so that is all about what do you call today's class bus. So we'll close it here today. Tomorrow we will continue.
Shravan, before you leave, I see another Muthu joined today. So
Yeah, please.
So it's going to be all three in the same day, or
three or some people also may join in between also in future.
No, the reason why I'm asking is, so what is the phase you are going to take your regular PPE way, or
Regular PP means I didn't get your question.
no. Ram Gamba wants to focus on few things. Is that how you want to direct the classes, or do you want to go through your regular session?
No, see, we will be going more, or wherever you have more questions, that we will discuss there itself.
Okay.
Okay. Nothing to worry upon. Nothing to worry upon. We will be covering everything.
And do you mind sending this schedule for us, the course syllabus?
Yeah, I'll be sending it. I'll be sending it. Yeah, we will be sending it. And you just provide your mail IDs. I will send that process flow documents which you want.
Can you send it to you or Chaitanya?
You send your mail IDs to Chaitanya. I will take from them, and then I will forward whatever we discussed. I will share that. That's all. See, today we discussed some topics, right?
So tomorrow same time? Or?
Yes, tomorrow same time. Tomorrow same time. So let's say whatever we discussed, I prepared with step-by-step screenshots. So you have to practice it, right? So while practicing, you can refer to these documents.
We don't have to. First, we have to get access from Chaitanya. So.
Yeah. You get it. Once you get this access from Chaitanya, using these documents, you can practice.
Okay.
So and you send your mail.
Are you going to store these documents through some server, or what is that?
I can send through normal mail, or I can share through Drive. I will ask Chaitanya how to share. Based on that, I will share. Okay. Yeah. Muthu, are you there? Muthu Vella?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. Hi, Muthu. You joined late, right?
Yes, I joined like 30 minutes later. I didn't know that we were. I didn't look at the time properly, so it was my fault.
See, Muthu, the time is 6:30 p.m.
6:30
p.m.
IST.
So it would be same time, 8 o'clock on.
Muthu, where
Saturday,
are you based out of?
Saturday and Sunday.
No, Muthu, you are based out of US timing or?
Yes.
Okay.
Who is this?
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, who was that? I didn't get that name.
No, my name is Ilango. No, the other student, Gamba, he's also in the central time. So I'm just trying to see whether the time worked for everybody. That's the reason I was asking. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
2 are in central and 1 in Pacific. Right?
Ram, if we prepone the time by another 30 minutes, is there any problem? If we start at 6 a.m. instead of 6:30, is there any problem?
For me,
that will be too early for Ilango, I think.
No.
Huh?
I think I'm okay with that. 5:30 is fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Is that okay? Then tomorrow we'll start at 6 p.m. What about you, Muthu? Okay, is it okay, Muthu?
Yeah, it's okay with me. So we are saying instead of 8 o'clock Central Time, we are saying 7:30, right?
Yes,
7:30 a.m.
Yes, correct. Yes, correct.
Okay, works for me. But in the meantime, can we?
Yeah, I'll inform
get to know. Yeah, go ahead.
And Muthu, I forgot about your this thing. What's your module in SAP? I forgot actually what we discussed in the demo.
Yeah, I got material management.
Acha, okay. Okay, okay.
But,
Okay, yeah, I got it.
Yeah, but,
Yeah,
but primary focus is on project systems and all that. So
Acha.
very limited material management.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so we'll do one thing. Tomorrow onwards, we will have it at 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. IST. Okay, I'll inform Chaitanya also. I'll inform Chaitanya. And at the same time, what do you call, I'll share all the documents, all the process flow documents with step-by-step screenshots. Using that, you can.
Okay.
Yeah. So what we can do, we probably, one of us can create a Google group, so we can share the documents in the Google Drive. So.
I will share through Drive only. I will share through Drive to Chaitanya. Chaitanya will forward that link to you. Okay, that you can. Okay.
So may know about others. If anybody, what their background. So just.
Okay. Ram, I am from Chicago. I am doing plant maintenance for the last 12, 15 years.
Oh, okay, awesome. Thank you.
I'm Milango from Phoenix. I'm same as Gamba. Yeah. Gamba and me, we know each other like 15 years. So the same model. Yeah.
Okay, so where are you guys working now?
I'm in a what you call manufacturing company called Place Aeroscience in Chicago.
Oh, okay. Same with you, Ilango?
No, I'm with Coca-Cola, Atlanta. Yeah.
Where? Where again? Sorry, I didn't.
Atlanta.
Oh, okay. Where in Atlanta did you say? I didn't catch the name of the company.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. Okay. I work for Laos over here. I work remotely from Dallas.
Which client?
Lowe's like Home Depot, right? Lowe's.
Lowe's. Okay. Right. Right, guys. See you guys tomorrow then. Yeah.
Okay, guys. So we'll continue tomorrow at 6 p.m. IST India time. Okay.
Thanks, Sevan. So you're not watching the game tomorrow?
That's what I was going to ask.
You're not watching the
cricket match tomorrow?
Oh, actually, tomorrow match is there, right? No.
No, for me it's okay, but I don't know about you.
For me, okay, it's okay. I can watch the highlights, right?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those days are gone.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay.
Bye.